Let's talk about some of the female main characters that annoyed me. Violet from Fourth Wing. Girl, we get it, you're tiny. Your bones are made of glass and paper. I understood it the first time it was mentioned, and also the 15th time. Basically, your survival technique is Xaden being around the whole time. The fake attitude that Violet had towards Xaden really pissed me off because literally we all know when he was first mentioned that you wanted to climb him like a tree, and that, if you were straight up about it, would have made you relatable. Stacy from the Edge of Darkness trilogy. The entire plot is trauma and miscommunication. Think of how much that could have been avoided if literally people just talked to one another. Stacy could have avoided so much issues in this whole entire series if she was just straight up with Cade. Because honestly, the amount of trauma that happened and she didn't open her mouth and just still let it happen is actually impressive. Shadera from Daggermouth. That book as a whole had so much potential, but I hated every single second of it. It was just so infuriating until the last 2% of the book. She had so much potential, and yet one of the worst characters that I've read. She would be talking about how much she hated the main male character, and then literally 3 seconds later would talk about how hot he is. I felt like I was getting whiplash back and forth. And the combination of trying to be a fake badass character while also having a god complex and also having a victim complex really threw me for a loop. Millie from The Housemaid. At a certain point, I stopped wondering what is going on here and then started looking to Millie and being, what is wrong with you? Because you're telling me that one of the criteria is living in-house, and that room that you're living in has a sealed window, a rinkety-dinkety bed, and the door locks from the outside, and that didn't really raise any red flags. You're like, I'll brush past it. Towards the end, the red flags weren't even red flags anymore. They were billboards. Lauren from Caught Up. The only thing that her personality entailed was just sex. Whether it was with Nico or a club or her job, it was only about that. I need you to get more hobbies, girl. Find some other things, crochet a little bit. Stevie from Mile High. I haven't continued on with the Windy City series just because of this couple. This couple particularly were so childish, and with Stevie, there was nothing to her except her personality being that she's curvy and that she likes to eat food. And I like that the author had curvy representation. I feel like there needs to be more of that. I needed more of a person and less of character traits and checklists. What are the books that you've read where the FMC was so insufferable that you either DNF'd it or barely tolerated the book? Because I want to know so I can avoid it.